Hello everybody and welcome to day one of the 2022 Invictus Fleet Week in Star Citizen. If you followed my new player guides, I had a theory on where it was going to be located. It turns out it's not there. They actually added an entire new building and a whole new tram system to bring us a new convention center. I found out the hard way how to get there because I was touring the city. I did find out that they added an extra floor to the showroom area, and there's another shuttle system on top of there. So they added a bunch of content there. Not exactly sure what it's used for just yet. For right now, I'm coming from the spaceport. You have to go to the spaceport. So if you actually spawn in at the green circle, go to the corner where the showroom is, and you got the one tram on the left, go to the one on the right, take you back to right here in the spaceport. I could not set my home to Crusader. It just takes too long to get out. So anyway, make sure you're reading the platforms. You need to look for the Vision Center, the new green route that's right there. You're looking for Vision Center. Make sure you read the signs over here. As you see, it's tourism platform. You have the other two back there, and this one back here in the back left is the one you're looking for. This is the Vision Center. Okay. So yeah, you might see on the chat people talking about how long it takes to get out of the atmosphere in Crusader. That's why I just could not set my home here. I like Microtech too much. If you're bringing a whole bunch of your gear someplace, you're not going to want to fly in something slow like a Prospector out of the atmosphere very often. I mean, yeah, you could set it at Port Olisar and just make that your home. Well, make it where you operate out of, not really your home, but there's ways around having to get out of atmosphere. But if you got a bunch of ships that you're going to have to fly out of atmosphere, and it takes 5-10 minutes to do it, that's a long time. So now we're going to go to this new facility that they made just for this, and it's probably going to disappear when the show is over. Well, at least access will disappear. It might very well stay there. I'm going to ride over with this guy. I was trying to go for a cool little double over the shoulder, but it didn't really work because I look goofy in this basic white jumpsuit that they give you. Not exactly pretty, but yeah, whatever. See, it's a little bit of a flight out there. I think I'm going to speed this up. I don't know what it is, but it's always nighttime when I'm playing, it seems like. I mean, this would be a much cooler flight if it was during the day. But the lights are cool too. So, whatever. So, here it is. It looks like they put it way the heck out here. I guess that makes it easier to add and remove. So, looks like a decent sized little platform. I always like new content anyway, so you gotta check something else out.
Now arriving at the Vision Center. Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to
Okay, so now we're here. I'm just gonna hop out. I'm gonna do just a quick little look around because I want to get in and see the ships. But you gotta appreciate the effort that goes into making the entire facility, the whole building, the whole environment that you're walking in. It's nice to have all these NPCs standing around. I did notice a new bug since this update came in. When I was on Microtech, all the NPCs in the starport were just kind of standing around like they're ready for inspection. They're all just kind of lined up. They weren't moving at all. They're all just kind of hanging out. I'm sure they'll fix that because these guys are supposed to be walking around and doing things that, it doesn't make sense when you got that guy right there in the Crusader shirt just sitting there staring at nothing and moving nowhere. But hey, whatever, they're going to fix that. Oh, there's the hand me up guy. Iconic. Oh, at least they use it in all their imagery. It's kind of cool when you stand there, but whatever. Okay, looks like, actually this looks a lot like it usually does. You got your gift shops on either side for each of the manufacturers, and then of course you have your bank of elevators. And this elevator's not here. Don't go in there. If it's dark, don't go in there. You will not like what happens. So next one. And still not there. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm sure there's a lot of lag, a lot of people on right now. So Just be careful that you don't step into somewhere that's gonna open up and drop you someplace. Okay, off to the convention hall. Shouldn't be, hopefully it won't be a very long. Oh, okay, yeah. Whoa, that was high. That was actually a pretty short elevator ride compared to the convention center on Microtech, but Microtech has 2 rooms, I think, so we'll see if this place has 2 rooms. It doesn't look like it by the schedule, because it looks like there's only one manufacturer at a time. These first 2 days are Anvil. Anvil's kind of known for their military tech, and of course the Carrack, which is that beast right there. A lot of people love the Carrack. I think I want to get me one of those eventually. They're not the cheapest things in the world. If you need a drink, go ahead and talk to that vendor there. We're going to go look at the map of the floor here, see what they have. Oh, cool. They have an F8 Lightning. I hope they get that in game soon, because that thing's awesome. And then, oh, they put the Legionnaire in below, so you get to actually see the 3D modeling of the Legionnaire. They just announced the Legionnaire yesterday or the day before. It's a boarding ship where you hack the defenses of the ship you're going to go into, and then it has an extending little docking thing. And for some reason, you can only carry 8 assault troops. Seems a little light if you're going to go try and take a ship, but anyway, it is a kind of nice little thing where you can go out and hack something, get in it, and take a big ship. So let's see what they got. The Anvil Arrow. This one's a very popular light fighter. It's very nimble, fairly well armed for its size. If you like flying something that is fast and maneuverable, this is definitely a good one for you. Problem with the light fighters is they are not heavily armored, and their shields are not very good. Well, their shields are okay, but they're not as good as, say, a larger fighter. Still a good little plane. Over here is the C8 Pisces. Now this thing, I just noticed, is one of the pledge packs has the C8 Pisces on it, which I like this ship. If I had to choose between the Mustang, the Aurora, or the C8 Pisces, C8X Pisces, I would pick the Pisces any day of the week. It carries more cargo. Its weapons, I think, are better. I haven't checked the weapons specs, but you know, it's got tiny little guns, it's got tiny little missiles. But the way it's laid out with this back door, I have trouble here because of the whole rent thing. It's not letting me access the door. I'm trying to, but it's not gonna work. But it's real easy to open the back. You walk into a nice, fairly decent size cargo area, and then you just walk up to the cockpit and sit down. It's faster than, well, I think it's faster than getting into the Aurora. And it's really convenient when you do package missions, because you can lay out your packages. They're not trying to pack it into one little aisle, and then you get confused with which package is what, and all that sort of thing. So it has a good layout. What is this thing? Oh, the Hawk. Yeah, this thing actually looked really cool. I wanted to get one of these. I think they are fairly well armed, fairly strong little guys, or not little, but this thing looks like it's going to be a decent little fighter attacker. And of course, here you can hop into them and you can turn the power on so you can see what you got. As you can see, this thing has 6 weapons that you can have. I'm not sure what the Tromag burst is, but for the most part, it's got 5 conventional style. You could swap them out with whatever you want that are of that size. I'm not exactly sure what size they're probably size 3 or 4, probably size 4. But don't quote me on that. I don't know the specs offhand, just because I can't memorize the specs of every ship I don't own or have never played in. But yeah, that'll be a powerful fighter. Not as powerful as the F8, but you're going to see in a little while. I'm going to go sit in that thing and I'll show you guys. I'm going to look at that. Stop by another one here. Not a whole lot to say on this guy. I mean, there's the bathroom in front if you need to go to the bathroom. Sometimes you need to turn your flashlight on to check these things out. Flashlight button is L. No, it's I always get confused. Either T or Y. I can't remember what it is. You can check the key map to see what it is. It's either T or Y when you're on foot. Probably T. Some of these ships, they don't have lights on, so you're going to need to do that. Oh, there's a turret. Okay. I probably won't be buying one of those, just so you know. I don't need one of those. I'll just use one of my orgs if they need it. Okay, we're going to go on to the fighter hall where they have actually better fighters than what you just saw. The Hawk is great. The other one I was just talking about is pretty good too. But right there is the pretty version of the F8 Lightning, which is probably the premier fighter. Well, going to be the premier fighter in the game. As far as we know with what they've developed, they're always coming up with new ships with that just have more and better features. So eventually, I'm sure it'll be outclassed by something. But when players can get their hands on that, that'll be pretty cool. That's probably what's going to be in Squadron 42 as the frontline naval fighter, because you'd think that the Navy would have better fighters than the civilians do. Over here we have the F7 Hornets. These are a pretty good medium fighter. They were the premier fighter in the early days. They're still pretty good. They have good weapons. One of them even has a turret. If you want to take full advantage of that, you're going to need a second person, though. At least I think you need a second person. Maybe they've slaved it by now. It's been a while since I've flown in once. Yeah, it just helps if you have a second person anyway, because being in a turret actually is very advantageous. You can really just stick with somebody. You can do a lot of killing that way. Valkyrie is a drop ship. I'll go in here. They have two of these, which are jump seats for Marines if you're going to go drop them down or whatever. And I guess this is a player. I thought this was an NPC because he's dressed like an NPC, and don't bother with the regular clothes. Yeah, but I mean, hey, you look cool, man. Whatever. So as you can see, you can load up a vehicle on that fairly decent-sized cargo hold, and then you've got room for plenty of Marines. It's well armored. It's for getting a bunch of guys in a hot area. Now over here is a Hurricane. This thing is one of the better heavy fighters. Problem with it is you need somebody in that turret if you want to take full advantage of it. As you can see, there's four guns on the turret and 2 up front. Which means if you want to have the majority of your firepower, you need somebody in the turret. Now here's the F8 Lightning. Can't wait to get my hands on one of these things. These are like everybody's dream. As you can see, it has fairly large size weapons. Well, I'll get closer to them in a second, but right now we're going to go sit in the cockpit. I'm going to see what it has on it right now. I don't remember the weapon size by name, but I'm guessing those M5s and M6s are size 5. Maybe they're only size 4. I don't know. But they're fairly large weapons, and as you can see, there are 6 of them. No, there's 8 of them. Oh man! So it has 8 weapons you can fire at once. You can lay down a lot of firepower, especially if those are size 3, 4, or maybe even 5. I don't really. I don't know the size offhand, but I guarantee you they're not size 1s or 2s. And as you can see, just looking at this thing over here, it is. Hey, where am I going? Oh, I was looking for the turret. That's what I was doing. So as you can see, that's not a small cannon there. That's gonna pack a little bit of a punch. I imagine those things are very fast and very maneuverable. No one's ever flown one yet because they're not in game, but one of these days they will be. And that's probably the best thing about Squadron 42 is when that comes out, the F8s might come out here. I don't know if they'll let the quote-unquote civilian market buy those or not. You might have to do something where you get in good with the Navy to get one of those. I'm not sure. We'll see where that's going. You know, it's all there's a lot of stuff they can do. There's a lot to this game, and they're going to be developing more. And they can always add all the features they want, because that's just the way this game is made, is they can add, subtract, whatever, and they're going to be working on it for a while, because they've already been working on it for a while. And though it's nowhere near complete, it's still pretty dang fun to play, and there's a lot to do. For now, we're going to go downstairs. They're going to have ground vehicles down here, and you're going to get to see some holographic mock-ups of a couple of ships that are coming. What is this? Is this the ballista? I think that's the ballista. Yeah. Anti-aircraft. Nice little armored vehicle. Those missiles look like they would do some damage. Spartans over here. I don't think the Spartan is as anti-aircraft focused, or if it's even anti-aircraft focused. Oh, I don't think so. But I think it's more of a troop carrier. Let's see if we can get inside it without having issues with the rent popping up. I'm going to have to put the other side for that one. How about back here? Meh. I'll give this one a shot. It's a vehicle, and vehicles are cool and all, but they're not the focus for me. They're not that special for me. Yeah, I will transport them, and they do have the tank thing is really cool, but I don't see how it's going to stand up to ship weapons, honestly. But okay, now we're going to go and see what's coming in the future. I believe... yes. The Liberator. Now this is a light carrier. It can hold three smaller ships on its decks, and it has an internal cargo bay for vehicles. It's got about 400 SCUs, the cargo units, on the inside. I really want to add one of these to my fleet because I'm going to use it for mining operations. Problem with flying in a prospector with those dinky size 1 useless guns is now they make it so random pirates jump you all the time, and it's just a pain in the butt, especially because the prospector is terrible. Oh look, the Legionnaire. Cool. The prospector is terrible at fighting. It's not bad. I mean, you can still beat them off, but it's not fun. Just think about what would happen if you tried to do it with any other piece of mining equipment going up against a fighter. It's just not going to work well. So here's that new boarding ship we were talking about, the Legionnaire. It kind of has this little tongue thing that it's not on that mock-up right there. It kind of looks like, I don't know, you ever see like one of those insects where they stick out that little tongue? It kind of looks like that when it deploys it. And then the Crucible, heavy repair. That'll be kind of cool gameplay if and when they figure out how to do it, and if and when they figure out how to leave ships damaged and not destroyed. But right now everybody just blows up. It'd be kind of nice if you could poke holes and, maybe knock out the squishies on the inside while you leave the ship salvageable and repairable. I mean, they are going to have salvage. You can salvage something that's been destroyed, but if you're going to do heavy repair and you're going to take somebody else's ship and do heavy repair, well, then you gotta kill the innards, not the ship. Okay, so now we're gonna get on the Carrot, one of the bigger ships in the game. This former military exploration ship, it is good in a lot of ways. It has good cargo capacity. It has good, somewhat decent weaponry. It has a fair amount of turrets, so it can fight things off fairly well. It's going to have, it's got the drones for exploration. That's going to be very interesting gameplay when they add in the drones. We'll get to that when we go up to the drone room. But yeah, this is meant for exploration. As you can see, you could drive vehicles up here for nothing super huge, it doesn't look like, but big enough. It's big enough that you can put something where you can drive around on the surface of the planet. So there's the front elevator. We're coming back to that in a little bit, but they have several of these little cargo bays here. Interesting to see if you could put in a small vehicle here. I don't know if the side doors would drop down into a ramp for you to drive up in there. I actually don't know what those doors do, or if they even have doors. I think, well, they've got to have doors for you to load it, right? And the problem when ships are available front is it makes it hard to push stuff without triggering the rent. This looks better. Okay, cool. Now we're going to go up to Habitation Deck. A lot of good stuff on the Habitation Deck. This ship is meant to be lived on. I think that's crew mess there. Over here is the captain's quarters. You get your own desk, you get your own bed, you get your own bathroom, shower, all that stuff, you know, because, you know, as a captain, you got to be clean and not smell bad. And, you know, if you're this legendary captain and they see you in the stall in the bathroom, it kind of hurts the mystique surrounding you. So it's good for the captain to have their own bathroom. Yeah. Anyway, they've got their own version of billiards. Can't wait to see how that works. You can play chess, but I don't think they have chess on this ship. They have it on the Star Runner, which is a cool ship, not nearly as big as this. I want to see how the billiards work. That'd be kind of cool, just when you're out there just playing. We're going to go into a little medical facility. I can't remember what level of wounds this thing can cure, but I think it's fairly good. Fairly high level wounds. It should be able to keep most people alive, that's for sure. In fact, I can't remember the medical grading system for wounds and what needs what to fix it and all that sort of thing. So that's something I'll have to look in if you want to get into medical gameplay. Medical gameplay is pretty fun, I guess. I haven't really gotten into it that much because I'm always doing transports and stuff like that. But I do want to get into it. Okay, we've got the back elevator. We're going to take the back elevator. The back elevator actually gives you access to an extra level. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'm just going to go around and see if we have anything else over here. I don't think we do. Let's go to the bridge. Yeah, we're here. Let's go to the bridge. The Carracks have a 2-level bridge. The main pilot is down here in the middle. I imagine the two on the sides are co-pilot and should have access to remote turrets, is my guess, if there are remote turrets. I know most of them are manned. It'd be nice if they would be remote turrets instead. And it has this little itty-bitty elevator. Oh, it's not down. It has this little itty-bitty elevator if you want to go up to the upper bridge, because, you know, cool ships all have 2 levels on their bridge. And hey, it worked anyway. Sweet. Cool. Alright, now this I imagine is where the real captain would be, or the if there was an admiral in here, it'd probably be up here. Like that little kind of tactical station. You have this command station where you can actually fly. I think you can fly from here. I always fly from the pilot seat because it doesn't really matter. Yes, I think those are escape pods on this. I can't. Seems like that'd be a good place for escape pods. Oh, here's the drone room. We're gonna go in there in just a second. I want to check out the fabrication room. I'm not sure what you're gonna fabricate, how you're gonna fabricate. Hopefully you can fabricate drones to go in the drone room, because I have a feeling drones are going to be short-lived. Because what you're going to be doing with those is you're going to send it into a jump point. And you're going to be taking different directions, trying to find new locations by sending them into places that you'd just rather not send your ship. You have 2 drone stations here. I think this is the drone launcher. You put them in there, it opens to space, and they go out. It's my guess. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what that section is. Here's the drone room. You get some people to operate drones while you're flying away. And, yeah, you get to find new novel locations and sell them to people, or sell the info to other people. There's the hangar. Right now it is open, and I think we're going to leave it open for now, just because you can. It could fit a fairly small ship. You can't put anything super huge in there. What's back here? Oh, there's the portside turret, manned turret. This is engineering command station. Not sure exactly what that's going to do. Maybe I don't know if there's a tractor beam on one of these or not. It'd be nice if there was. There should be. It's a big enough ship. You should have a tractor beam on. Why not? Right? And then main engineering. There's not really much you can do in engineering right now. This is a 2-level engineering thing too, because big engines on such a big ship. There's not a lot of things you can do here. I think you can swap out components. I don't know if you do that manually right now. I don't think you do. Starboard side turret, and now let's go upstairs. So we're going to go to cartography. Yeah, cartography deck. If you're exploring the universe, you're going to want to have a cartography room that has a star chart where you can plot all kinds of things on there. It doesn't work yet. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but it's there. So hey, they're going to figure something out. That'll be interesting. And then from there, escape pod. There's escape pod on the other side too. I think those are holding rooms for criminals. I'm not sure exactly. And then out here, we're in the airlock because you can EVA from this room. We're right above the hangar deck. So we're going to go as if we were EVAing on top of the ship. So now we're on top of the ship. And we're going to go up to the front so we can look down on all the ants below us and kind of laugh. Because they're so small and we're so cool because we're up here. Ha, 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 ha. You get actually a really good view of the room from up here. You can see all the components over there. I don't know much about the components or what does what or how to mess with it and how to really optimize your ship. There's a lot of information out there. I'm not sure how much it changes, but yeah, that's not something I've looked into that much. Trying to look cool standing up here on top of this thing, but this stock white flight suit just looks terrible on me. I'm sorry. Plus the frosted eyebrows. That was kind of weird. Anyway, if I wanted to jump off that, I'd probably kill myself, so I don't want to jump off that. Somebody closed my hangar deck, so actually it's easier to run that way. And no, cool, somebody's opening it up for me. Good yank. And ouch. You know when you jump down a little bit and you hurt your feet? I think my feet. Okay, so that is pretty much the tour of the Carrot. We're going to just head down this way because we haven't really been to the back end of the lower deck, the sub deck. We're gonna just head through all the cargo too. So you see how many cargo rooms they have. They have several of those little cargo rooms. Looks like you got a weapon locker right there, aft turret on this side. I think that's weapons on there. Didn't stop for it, or at least they're lockers. Another aft turret, and then we're gonna go run through the cargo bay. Yeah, you can get down there and mess with your cargo if you need to. Right now, the way the cargo system is, you don't really need to do anything with it. It's going to change. I think about next year, you're going to have physicalized cargo where you actually have to move the boxes around and do stuff with it. Not the case just yet. So enjoy it while it lasts. Even though it's going to be much cooler when you move boxes around and you can actually loot cargo from other ships. And, well, not pre-destroyed ships like they have now, but from most other ships. And of course, a docking collar, which is low enough to the ground that it doesn't hurt that bad. But yeah. So that's the Carrack, and actually that's pretty much it for the first manufacturer here. Anvil Aerospace is great. Like I said, they're good with military things. Can't wait to see that Liberator in action, get my hands on it. So that's it for day 1 and 2. We're going to do some other tours. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe. We're going to go check out the Javelin in a little bit. So anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.